side. I felt like we've learned a lot this evening. Shall we recap what we've learnt? Yeah! A, we've learnt the showmance is over. Exactly. B, Hollywood legend Gary Busey enjoys a little bit of footsie under the covers. Sexy. And C, Michael Barrymore should host Strictly Come Dancing. It's all coming out tonight. It is, of course, the last Tuesday of the series. It's nearly over, so we've decided we're going to go out with a very big bang. Are you ready to meet tonight? I'm so super excited about tonight. It is ladies' night. As you can see, there is nobody sat over there on the panel, and that is because every single one of our incredible divas deserve a superstar entrance. So I can hear them chuckling up the stairs. So please give it up for luscious Leslie Joseph. So excited. Jane worked with you, so it's nice to have you back. And Leslie's kind of like my surrogate mum because of the whole birds of a feather
love
thing.
It, love it.
Anyway, sexy lineup as well, isn't it? Sex on legs personified right there. Stay tuned because tonight we're not just grilling the ladies about Big Brother, we're also going to be asking them intimate and revealing questions about their incredible careers as well. We hadn't told them that bit, they've only just found out.
No.
Anyway, let's start with tonight's show. So, Dee and Gary, they've had a couple of shaky days. Gabrielle, were you glad to see them kind of make up, heal the wounds?
It was nice to see Dee kind of come forward and show that alleged motherly side. I'm not saying... because I loved her up until she started having a beef with Gary. But what it is, what I've noticed now, that maybe I'm thinking it's a strategy. Maybe it's because he's being kept in the house. They are very aware of his popularity.
Right.
And by the last few, you know, the countdown to the end, I think it's let's get on the good side of Gary and let's win some brownie points.
Really?
That's what I truly believe.
She did genuinely seem quite emotional, though.
She did, but she's surrounded by actors. She's surrounded by people who are over melodramatic.
So do you think
she's been able to learn a lot.
Is that her acting, do you
I think that, you know what, maybe she'll have another career choice when she gets up, because she's surrounded by drama queens in that house.
She's learned from the best. There are quite a few of them in there. Now, Dee actually said that the situation had got the better of her and she wasn't behaving like herself. How do you think, Jane, she dealt with it and dealt with Gary?
Well, I think, you know, we have to remember that Gary is a huge star. And not only that, he's 70 years old, he's got many, many ailments. And if anybody out there is watching this show who is of that age, it's very painful. And I think people forget just how much pain that man is in. And anybody here will know that if you've got pain, you're grumpy.
Yeah.
So I think they should just give him a little bit of slack.
Like Audley was saying, I suppose.
Yeah.
You know, you kind of have to...
Love Audley. Love Audley.
Oh,
Gentlemen. Love him.
We're going to talk about Audley in a little while. Leslie, what do you think about the whole Dee-Gary situation?
I think she was absolutely right, and I do think what Gabrielle says is right. We know how popular Gary is, and I think if she hadn't apologised, I don't know where they would have gone. They would have gone to different sides of the house and never spoken again. What was really interesting was they got together, it was all very lovely, and then when the letters were read out, she said to somebody, can you believe? They said he's the only nice one in the house. He's the only light one in the house. So having said that and the big apology, suddenly, as soon as those letters were read out, it was again, which I just thought was quite interesting. But I'm really glad she did apologise. I mean, I'm going Team Gary now because I just think I've never seen anybody quite so strange. And it was wonderful the other night when they said, no, don't come near Dee, don't come near Dee. And then so he went and stood and he said, oh, this is a beautiful evening. Look at the moon.
There's a full moon.
Go, oh, my God, he knows what he is doing
He's so clever.
much.
So
And he's
clever.
brilliant. He's a wonderful actor.
He is, isn't he? We've talked about this quite a lot, and I do want to believe that that is him and that he's an eccentric and this, like, colourful character, but I also want part of him to be acting.
Well, I think
Do you
it's
know what I mean?
both, and whichever way you look at it, he's a brilliant housemate. But I just find this house so interesting. They're all on their own, really. There's no real sense of cohesion between them.
Yeah.
They're all very different people, and there's been no real bonding that I have seen. Not real bonding.
Well, we had the makeup between Dee and Gary. We also had a breakup. Ricky and Lauren are over.
That never was.
I don't know how I'm going to deal with it. Jane, what did you make to the falling out this evening?
Beige. I'm sorry, they're just getting on me. They're getting on me threatening.
On your boobs.
You know, because I just find them so boring. I want them out the house because they're just not, to me, you know. Ricky, I mean, what's going on there? Look, they're playing a very good game. They've been in reality TV, but they've got nobody telling them now what to do. And I think they're lost. They're absolutely lost because there's nobody saying, make a bit of a scene on this bit and we'll keep in, because nobody's telling them how to do it.
I think you're absolutely right, because there was no showmance.
No.
It's not that they split up, they were never together. Yeah. And actually, from the word go, Lauren has always said, this is not a romance, I just love you like a friend. She's not changed her path at all, except when she's had a little drink. But, I mean, there never was a romance.
Saying that, I don't go around kissing my mates. You know, if she didn't want the showmance... No, not even that.
And also saying, not in the house, but we'll just see what happens. Yes. That's kind of slightly blurring the lines a little.
I think if they weren't in the house, I think there would be something happening. I think the pressure's on Lauren. I think the fact that she came forward and said, you know what, I've got a lot to lose here.
Yeah.
I personally find it's hard. No books, no TV, no ringing your mates or mum saying, I'm about to make a mistake. I think there's a strong thing that they possibly are falling for each other, and I think that I believe that if she wasn't in the house, they would go there. And I believe that she's putting herself under pressure. Oh, my God, I'm going to look bad. Look what the press have said.
She's thinking too much.
Because she's a good-looking girl, as long as she doesn't go too far and much further down the road of surgery. And, you know, and he's a cute guy. No. As a fat bird who probably will have to enlist all these things to help me kind of look all right, I can say she's a gorgeous girl, OK? And my thing is, you know, she's cute, he's cute. There's nothing better to do, why not? And I just think if she had her mum or the phone, it probably wouldn't happen. They'd be like, not now, Lauren, not now. Yeah. And so that's my personal opinion. I don't think they're as calculated. Some people say they're probably not as clever to be that calculated, to have this showmance. I think they're just two young people. There's a mutual attraction. She's kind of put it out there. She's stupidly wanting, you know, stupidly whatever she's doing right now. She gets drunk, she goes forward, and it's not what she really wants. But I personally, inside, I think, if they weren't in that house, I think there would be something. I don't think
there would have been a relationship. Personally, I just don't think
not?
It's there.
They're young
they're
people.
two lovely people, but I just don't see any chemistry, real chemistry between them.
Also, we don't...
And what's interesting...
Sorry.
George, since Stephanie's gone, is with everybody.
Always a little tinker.
Since Stephanie's gone, George is in bed now with two people.
Yeah, but...
Like that.
Yeah, but when he comes to bed, it's like having a little puppy on the bed. You don't take him seriously. He's lovely, but you know what I mean? The thing is, he's not a threat to anybody. No.
Sorry, Emma.
Sorry, yeah.
Does she remind you of something?
It's like late-night loose swimming. Because I'll happily be your anchor again, Jane.
Well, it's just like all days, I still can't get a word in.
I think we got through about 3 questions in that whole debate, but thank you so much. You have just given me the best time. Thank you. Now, we have an exclusive announcement, and that is that Lauren is planning on writing a song about Big Brother. What I really want to know from Jane and Gabrielle is, are you shitting your pants at the competition?
Can you smell gas, or is that you? I'm just wondering if it's good. We'll cover it. I'm sure.
You're on your own there.
I know, but I can't see it going on my new album. I can't see it going on that. You know.
OK.
But there you go. You never know.
It could be good. You never know. Let's not knock it until we've heard it. Time now for an exclusive. And do you know what? In the words of Gary, it's little bitty things like this that really solidify life.
Did you sleep? Well.
No, I didn't get to sleep for ages.
I didn't sleep well.
I just had things going around in my head.
I don't know what I had going around.
Then I was thinking about Ricky, poor little fucker.
Yeah, he was there. He got up to go to the toilet a while ago and it's still in him.
What actually did she say to him?
She just said, we're never going to happen.
Because the thing is like, don't take this the wrong way, because I love Ricky to bits, but he was saying, like, oh, you know, she's been leading me on and stuff, but didn't she tell him pretty much from the off that she didn't want?
No, apparently not. That's what he said to me. And I said, but
no, because she kept saying, it's not going to happen in here, but we'll see what happens when we get out.
Yeah.
But in fairness to her, I spoke to her last night and she said, you know, she said, I knew I didn't want to. Then I got all mixed up and I was like, do I like him? Maybe I think I do like him. And she said, but in the last couple of days, she's realised he's not right, so she's just told him the truth.
OK, now, obviously, we have a panel of living legends with us this evening, so we thought... Why are you chuckling?
I don't know, it just sounds so funny.
Yeah, but it's true! We thought it'd be nice to ask them some questions about their illustrious careers. So first up, we have got a question for multi-platinum Brit and Mobo award-winning Gabrielle. Gabrielle, here it is. Take a look. Can you see the screen? Right. Here we go. Can you see it behind you? Tell us about your last dream.
Oh, my God.
Oh, now, I want you to have a bit of time to think about it.
OK.
Because this is a tricky question that I'm sure no one's ever asked you before. So, you think we'll take a break and we'll be back with that answer very soon. Welcome back to Celebrity Big Brother's bit on the side. Now, before the break, we asked Gabrielle about her last dream.
Well, my last dream, you're going to be disappointed because... no, you're going to be very disappointed because it's really boring. Basically, my daughter has started school earlier and basically she has to be in class for 8 for an 8:15 start, yes. So up until they started school, I've been having this reoccurring dream that I kept getting her late. Everything, like, you know, I couldn't find the clothes, I couldn't... Basically, you know, and so I set, like, five alarms. I'm not joking. I'm talking about... what time I get up, what time I should be in the shower by, what time I should be downstairs making breakfast by, what time my daughter should be up for, and what time I need to get her in the shower. That's a lot of alarms, including 7:30 when I need to walk out the door. This is in real life, by the way. So my dreams are basically random, that I keep being late. And I got to school at 10 to 8 this morning. I was really chuffed. But until I settle into it, I'm not usually the on-time girl.
My daughter started school last week as well. I did the same thing.
You know what I mean? It's hard. So boring, random, but I'll get there. You know, I won't have the dreams once I'm settled.
We'll settle in. It'll all be okay.
Exactly.
It'll be OK. OK, would you like an exclusive now?
Yes.
Yes.
I told him that we're only just going to be friends.
Yeah. Oh, you went through that again?
Yeah. I'm going to have a chat with him today. Because he just sort of stormed off. And I was so...
He didn't get it when you told him?
I think so. I think it's because he was rowing about Gary.
Oh, OK. Oh, that came up again?
Yeah.
You were busy talking last night, weren't you?
Yeah, I'm so drained.
Knackered, I'd say, yeah.
But he's sick of talking.
Good man, George.
I think you were fairly sober talking to me, though, weren't you? You were sober talking to me at that point, weren't you?
I'm glad we had that chat. Me too. How are you feeling better now? I just got to have a chat with Ricky, I think. Because where he'd stopped off. Yeah. We were like debating about Gary and the whole Gary and Dee situation. Then he said I called him aggressive, and I was like, I didn't, and I was trying to explain how, and then I was just like, to be honest with you, me and you, and everyone don't be more than friends.
Yeah, it came out like a bit.
Yeah. And then he walked off, and I was just like, so I left chat today. I said, listen, I said, I don't want to row. I love you lots.
Yeah.
Everyone's going mental. I know.
Going bonkers. OK, time now to get physical for one last time this series. I could cry. It's everybody's favourite body language expert, Dame Judy James. This is a reality TV show, Cry, right?
No, backs of the
Oh, backs of fingers.
Look up, and then a little bit of squeaky projectile tear goes on, but the eyelashes stay put.
OK. Sometimes maybe they could turn around, put some eye drops in and a tear could fall.
Onions, stuck there,
Onions.
does it as well, yeah.
OK. Anyway, let's go back. Let's go back almost 4 weeks. Initially, what were your first impressions?
We discussed it when it started. We said, oh, isn't this wonderful? Because it's the perfect antidote.
It's going to be fun.
Yeah, you know, there was all that film noir, you know, the darkness of the one that we'd just seen. And then suddenly this lot were going to be really fun and really funny. And I remember
they all
watching
seemed game for it as well.
Yeah, they came up the catwalk and, you know, you were a bit like Snow White and they were sort of like happy and jolly and cute and cuddly and everything like that. Sorry, that's the... But... then suddenly we started seeing things that actually didn't pan out, because do you remember the two that were absolutely going to win? I mean, Kelly, everybody was saying Kelly will win. Leslie's as cute as a button, you know, everybody wanted to take him home, not an ounce of aggression in him whatsoever. We got what I call the runts of the litter as well, the ones that I was slightly worried about. Dee, I thought, might be a bit too nervous, because when you saw her on the catwalk, she was quivering. I did wonder about George, whether he was a little bit like a one-trick pony. I mean, I'd only seen him sitting on the sofa in Gogglebox, and I didn't know if he'd sort of last in the house.
If he'd be a fish out of water.
Yeah, and then Gary, who you had to help in there, bless him, you know, and I thought, he's not going to last. And he did. So, I thought it was fascinating when you look at some of the assumptions that we made, and some of the people that we thought were going to be bitches. I thought Adele was going to be a magnificent bitch because she'd been like that in a reality TV show before. So it turned out to be slightly different, I think.
So who were you most surprised by? Or the biggest surprises?
I mean, for me, and I don't care whether you love them or hate them, Gary and James, for me, have been the best reality housemates ever. Ever? I mean, look, I did a ever. They're just... They're just... They are... one's irritating us out here and everybody in there loves them. The other one's irritating everybody in there and we all love them out here. It's just the perfect combination. They're like that grain of sand that they put in an oyster to irritate it, to create the pearl. Without them, we wouldn't have had all these wonderful rows and battles and everything.
But they are also fascinating together, aren't they? Like, as you say, there are the rows and there are the battles, but there does, somewhere in there, seem to be a mutual respect and a want for respect from the other one. And there's always time for the other one and trying with each other as well.
And it's been utterly horrible at times. I mean, I've sat there and listened to James talking to Gary and thinking, that's absolutely dreadful. But somehow it's just rolled on, and they seem like good, equal opponents. I mean, that time when Gary, and I cheered when he yelled at James in the counselling session, and he showed his alpha muscle, and Gary actually had to come out with a nappy on almost, you know. I thought, yeah, you know, and Gary, I think James has been a bit like a child since then. He's shown his more childlike side.
Why do the same arguments keep happening, do you think?
Well, you've got a very strange hierarchy. I mean, I said we've got all these muscly alphas at the top, but then we've got this very maternal figure at the bottom, which is Dee. And what that means is that any of the arguments and fighting that comes down from that top tough alpha level, if it starts coming towards her babies, she deflects it. So the rails don't come down that far. They just keep circling around. And because we've got Audley and Gary and James, and none of them are going to give up on the old alpha title, it's just going to keep rumbling. And all the time that we've got James and Gary...
Even for the last couple of days?
Oh, I would love to think they're going to be having more group hugs and singing in the garden, but they're still at one another's throats, and there's so much that's not actually been dealt with. And I think Dee now getting involved as well. So we've got all the alphas tussling now.
Now, Judy, you have been analysing bots since the beginning of time. Like, in one form or another, Big Brother has been analysed by you forever. And I think we can all kind of hold our hands up now that we're at the end and it's been a fantastic series and say we were all slightly worried that it wouldn't compare with January because that was so good. How do you think it's compared?
I mean, for me, it's been bliss. I mean, for me, it's been the best one yet. And I do tend to say that every time, but even retrospectively, I've enjoyed all of them, but there's been something about this top-heavy alpha setup that's made it much more spectacularly exciting. And the other thing that I love about it, and maybe people haven't got this, but we've had a very similar setup before where you often get, and they're quite a bit older, and I think the older people make great housemates. And it's often revolved around an older person, like we had Jim Davison in the last one that, you know, went on to win. So we've had a similar thing, but we've also had some very strong paternal and maternal figures in there. So it's been like a dysfunctional family, the way that it's worked out. And I have to say, normally with the housemates, I think, I would pay money not to be in there right now. I like them locked up in there. But this lot, despite everything, I kind of would like to be in there with them. I don't know why. They just look, yes, ripping up knickers and whatever. I don't know. But
you know, there's another series in January.
Yes, well,
we could just pack you off in there, Judy.
In a little
have
box.
a lovely little
box.
holiday. This is the final time that we're here until January. So, in your opinion, who do you think is most worthy of winning that crown?
I think Audley has turned out to do very well. I have to say, I think George hasn't had a bad scene. You know, George is the one that hasn't put a foot wrong, but he hasn't been boring. I mean, I love Gary as well, but I'm not sure whether he's just fading slightly. I don't know. So for me, George or Audley, I think, are both worthy winners.
And who do you think, who has the most to gain, do you think, from winning?
Again, I have to say George, because, you know, I just think that he's sort of come from nowhere. And I think that he's jobless now, I've read in the papers. So...
Possibly. That could be the case. Judy, thank you. I'm going to miss you.
I'll miss you.
Have a great Christmas, and I'll see you in the new year.
More
Judy James, everybody. OK, it's time now to do something wonderful. We're going to delve a little bit deeper into sitcom legend Leslie Joseph. Ooh. Leslie, are you ready?
Yes.
Here is your question. Here we go. Right, there it is. Who do you prefer, Sharon or Tracy?
Oh, that's awful.
That's a hard one, so don't answer now. Have a think about it. You've got about 3 or 4 minutes. And then we'll ask you Linda or Pauline as well, so that you can't lose the game.
No, you can't.
No, I won't. Find out what Leslie says after the break. We'll see you in a bit. Welcome back to Celebrity Big Brother's Bit on the Side. We're back in the phone room, and look who's taking your calls tonight.
No, I don't believe it at all.
I tell you what, they're like chatty.
Yeah,
chatty.
I agree
No, but
with you.
Team Audley, though.
Shh. Leslie,
yes.
I just have to interrupt you a second.
Yes.
It's crunch time.
What?
Sharon or Tracy?
I don't know how you even dare to ask me that question. I really don't, Emma. You are so treading on thin ice.
I know.
Can I just say, the whole success of Birds with Feather... Could you be quiet, Gabrielle, please? Sorry, I'm trying to talk. Sorry about this. The whole success of Birds with a Feather is the reaction between the three of us, the chemistry between the three of us. Okay. None of us could react without any other.
Right.
So I love them both. And Pauline and Linda, I love them both.
So if you had to go camping with Sharon or Tracy, which one would you pick?
Neither.
I don't. You would go
I'd be
camping.
glamping.
Exactly.
And they would be camping. Let's get real here, Emma Willis, please.
Okay.
Sorry, Rita.
Now, is everything all right with the phones?
Yes. You're wonderful.
Yeah? Are we ready to kick off with our callers? OK.
Mum,
just in case...
Mum,
just in case we do have any technical problems, we have a technician on standby, or we were meant to. Dave? Dave?
Yeah.
What are you doing down there?
Just servicing the equipment, man. It's a proper mess down there.
Oh,
proper mess.
Sake. So sorry, Rita.
So if I squeak, don't worry.
Off you go. Right, OK. Leslie, who's on line 1?
I have got Rita from the beautiful city of York.
Rita!
Hello, Emma.
How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. You?
How was your little chat with Leslie?
Oh, it was lovely. I couldn't hear what she was saying, but I recognised her voice straight away.
Oh,
OK, good.
Yeah.
What do you want to talk about?
Well, I'd just like to have a brief chat about Lauren, actually.
OK.
I think she's been a good housemate, and I've enjoyed watching Lauren on the telly. I think she's quite misunderstood.
Right.
And I think the business with Ricky you know, like saying she was like leading him on, I think was totally wrong, because I don't think she's led him on. It's just like flirty banter, which is harmless.
Mad Bants.
And
That's
I
what
think,
they all do, isn't it, on that show? Mad Bants, all those young shows.
And I think he just took it. I think he just took it wrong. And I think they've. I think if Lauren was in, if the series was going on a few more weeks, I think Lauren would shine a lot more than she has.
So you'd obviously like her to stay tomorrow, then?
I would. I'm voting for Lauren to stay.
OK, thank you very much, Rita.
Thank you, Rita. Goodbye.
Bye.
Yeah, thank you. Bye, Emma.
Bye. Gabrielle, who
Hello,
you been
darling.
chatting to online too?
I've been speaking to Jim from Burton-upon-Trent.
Jim from Burton-upon-Trent.
That's
Are you
right.
there?
Hi, Emma. How you doing?
Do you believe that you're talking to Gabrielle this evening?
It was fantastic.
Oh, good.
It was lovely.
Good. It was fantastic,
With
Gabrielle.
an excellent panel tonight. Oh, lovely ladies.
No, lovely. We love a little bit of ladies' night.
And we definitely love Birds of a Feather.
Oh, yeah, we do. Yeah, we do. Jim, what do you want to talk about?
Well, first of all, I want to tell you, you've got gorgeous eyes, Emma.
Oh.
I just needed to get that out there.
Thanks.
But apart from that, Dee.
Dee, yes.
Now, I'm actually loving Dee. I think she had a bit of a bad rap on that other channel's programme.
Let's not talk about that.
Yeah, let's not go into that one.
Okay.
But I think in this show she's been true to herself, and she's enlightened, as I think.
Okay.
I know she's had a little rux with sort of Gary, but I mean, that's all been settled and sorted now.
Yeah. Well, that's kind of, you know, as James said as well, you know, everybody in here kind of feels the same about him. So everyone's kind of had their little problems with him, haven't they? But they all seem to be resolving, and Gary seems to take it all on board and be happy to accept apologies or make apologies.
Well, the thing what we've got to remember with Gary is a big Hollywood actor.
Yeah.
I believe he's a game player, but that's my opinion.
Okay.
Not everyone else's. But I think Dee's handled herself really well. She's shone through beautifully. And, well, all us Midlanders, we have to stick together.
Yeah, we do. Jim,
We do.
thank you very much.
Not a problem, Emma. You take care.
And you, bye-bye.
Okay, bye, babe.
Oh, bye, babe.
Very intimate.
Babe, over there, who's on line 3?
Well, bear with me, caller, just a minute. Yes, we've got Carl from Manchester.
Carl from Manchester. Carl.
Hello.
Hi, Emma.
Hi, I've got one very important question for you.
Yeah?
Jane wants to know, do you know her?
I know of her. I don't know her personally.
Oh, that's fine. I thought you were Maniel.
She said she knows quite a few Carls from Manchester and didn't know if we were kind of winding her up a little bit, but we're not, which is good.
She's not met the best one.
Oh! Carl, you've got about 20 seconds to tell us what you want to say.
I want to talk about Dee now. I cannot stand her.
Oh, OK.
Like, how she's acting with Gary now. She keeps, like, shouting and being rude and dismissive.
Right.
And now she's hanging around with all, like, the young people trying to blend in. So I'm thinking, I don't know if she thinks it's going to get her further in the competition because she hasn't got a big fan base.
Right.
But she needs to just be evicted and get it over with because she's just pointless.
OK, well, two
not even
contrasting
entertaining.
points on D there from Jim and Carl from Manchester. Carl, thanks.
Thank you,
All right, thanks, bye.
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 Oh, that's all we've got time for. Thanks so much to my glamorous assistant.
Thank you very much.
Where are the flowers? Come on!
Thank you so much.
How unexpected and beautiful.
I know. You know, it's a vast room, this is.
It really is. I never imagined they would be
couldn't find them for a
here.
second. It was just out of eye shot. Time now to take a look at what happened when Louisa broke her housemates before they ended there.
Beautiful.
How much do you want to win?
To be honest, I haven't really thought about the winning thing.
It's impossible to say I want to win because there might be someone more deserving than you are.
I can honestly, hand on heart, say it's not about the winning. It's like a personal challenge.
I'll be happy with top 3.
The main thing that I'm wanting to get over is being myself.
I would love to win. I think that it would probably make me cry and I'd feel very loved.
I just want to be taken for what I am.
I've already won.
Winner, winner, chicken dinner.
Oh, yeah.
How do you want the public to perceive you?
I really don't care how they perceive me. If you like me, keep me in. If you don't, vote me out. That's how it works, isn't it?
I would like people to think that I'm not a diva.
Why should we keep you in?
Because you'd be missing out.
On?
Me.
Do we?
I don't know.
Fuck all! How will you handle it if you get booed?
I'll be a bit like, oh. I'll be like, boo, you're not a Spice Girl or something, you know what I mean? Or I might actually just stop and go, who's booing? Which one of you was it?
Probably start giggling.
Like nervous giggle?
Like, no, but a good giggle.
Good nervous giggle?
Yeah. I'd probably quite like it. When I get nervous giggles, I get really, it's one of my like turn-ons, I get really excited about it.
So nervous giggles make you horny. Do you have a game plan to win?
Yeah. To go in there and have fun with others.
Complete the sentence, I'm a massive...
wanker.
Really listen and learn about others.
You've got size 17 feet.
Yeah, 17, but that's still only my shoe size
That's
is
not
17.
possible.
You know what they say about them with big feet, don't you?
Big socks.
Big shoes, actually.
Learn about yourself and how to come in a meshed way with others, in a loving way.
How will you avoid being bored in the house?
Wind people up.
Quite a good girl.
Sometimes, when I'm sober.
Would you leave Skitters in the toilet?
I wouldn't even do that in my own house.
Just sit there in your place and honk like a goose.
If you're an animal, which animal would you be?
A panther.
A panther. Well, do your best panther impression.
No.
I'd have to go down on the floor, there's not enough room on the cameras.
You don't have to say that into
yeah,
it,
but
babe.
you do. You've got a lick and you've got a prowl.
No.
Don't let emotional decisions govern your life.
Yeah.
Because emotional decisions, most of the time, don't work out too good.
It doesn't.
Excuse me.
Complete this sentence. I'm only doing Big Brother so I can get more.
In touch with the British public.
Oh, that's weird. Quiet time?
Girls.
Hope for the children.
Nice people like me.
So I can get more money.
Respect.
What's one thing that you'll never do on television?
Swear.
Swear?
No, of course not. That's bullshit.
OK, let's talk about tomorrow's eviction. There is no hiding because everybody is up. In the interest of fairness, we will spend 30 seconds. How are we going to spend 30 seconds with these three chatting about each of our housemates? And when we hear this noise... Oh, time's up. We'll move on to the next one.
You need that
OK,
with us.
are you ready? We've got 8 housemates tonight, so there's a lot to get through in a short amount of time. Let's start with Audley. He loves cooking up a storm in the kitchen. Does he have the right ingredients, Jane, to make it to the final?
Yes, he does. He's gorgeous. He's a gentleman.
Yes.
He's a gentleman. He doesn't rise to a fight. He's been absolutely brilliant throughout the whole thing, and he's gorgeous to look at as well.
Rational as well.
Us girls need a bit of that.
Yeah.
You know?
Gabrielle, what do you think of Audley?
You know what? He's a real man. He doesn't need to try. He doesn't have to try. He just is.
Yeah.
You know, he just is. You know, he's not afraid of who he is to show the softer side.
Oh, no! Audley!
Audley! We're moving on to Dee now. We've seen a more emotional side to her the last couple of days with everything that's been going on with Gary. Do you think the public, Jane, will feel for her?
I think the split. I think there's people who absolutely love Dee, and I think there's people who really don't like Dee. Most of them in this audience tonight, actually. But, you know, she is being herself. You know, there's no side to her. And I think she's been great because she's been the mother of the house, and I think they've all needed that.
Yeah.
But Audley's still the cook.
Yes.
Leslie, what do you make of Dee?
I think Dee, whether you like her or love her, she's been a fantastic housemate. She really has.
Yeah.
And she's played the game properly.
Next up, Edel. She started to show a feistier side the past couple of days. Do you think she's got any more to give, Jane?
I think it's too late. I think it's too
I
late for
agree.
Edel.
Way too late.
You know, and she was so good on the other programme.
Yeah.
And I think everybody was expecting her to be a bit more fun. I know she's going through personal problems, and that's really sad for her.
Yeah.
But I think she's gone into Big Brother, and she needed to do a lot more. Walking into a swimming pool full
I
of
just think
clothes
she's
in
had a lot of very strong characters to contend with, and I just
Yeah.
think she hasn't been able to shine in the middle of them all.
Yeah. Sorry. On to a man who has legal eviction, Mr. Gary Busey. Gabrielle, is this the man to beat?
You know something? It's going to be hard to beat him. I do think... I wouldn't want to live with him, but he has been truly fantastic. And I love the fact that he does wind up half those gits in the house.
Yeah,
so,
he really does.
You know
They like winding up everybody else. So just get a taste of my medicine. What are you making of Gary?
I didn't like Gary at first, but now I loved him. And he is an actor, I know, but he's acting in that house. He knows exactly what he's doing. He's putting his trousers down, and he knew what he was doing, and it was brilliant telly, I tell you. It was entertaining.
She loves Busey's backside. Should we have a little time out? Should we just quick one? Quick time out? Thank you very much.
So cool.
A little bit of vodka, keep me going. Not really, it was water. Right, next up is Cheeky Chappy George. According to Audley, he has not earned his stripes as a celebrity. Leslie, do you
think
agree?
he has earned his stripes. I've never seen Gogglebox, so I didn't know George. But I think he's been fantastic in the house. I don't think he should win, but I think he's really held his own and he's been incredibly entertaining. And people do love him because he's like a cheeky chappy. And he's had fun and he's mixed with everybody and he's not been fawning at the, you know, the gate of celebrity. I think he's been fantastic, but I don't think he'll win.
No? You don't think he'll win?
Oh, sorry, was I speaking for 30 seconds?
Yes.
Well, there's a surprise.
30 seconds. Let's move on to the Brad Pitt of the dance floor. Show him that clip because you did say it, James. Leslie, does the naughty boy of Ballroom do it for you?
Do you know what? I really didn't like James, but I've sort of come round to him. I've seen a softer side. Excuse me. I don't care what you say about him. He is a fantastic housemate. And if everybody was nice, I don't think he should win. I don't think he deserved to win. But he is a great housemate because he's like a big wooden spoon and he gets in there.
You just did it again! Oh,
sorry.
OK, let's move on to Lauren. Jane, is she misunderstood by the other housemates, do you think? Is she misunderstood?
You see, we only see a very short bit of Lauren. Mainly because she's probably boring. You know? It's just... Because people can only show you good things if there's something happening. Like James, like Gary, like Dee, like... You know, if somebody's doing something that gets your attention, then you go and put a camera on them. But, like, you know, but I think Ricky and Lauren are just a little bit boring. You know, they're just... Sorry, man with the horn.
They're all filling up that 30 seconds now, so this one is coming your way, Gabrielle.
Oh, my God,
this is all about Ricky. He has been one of the quieter ones this year.
I'm bored already, sorry.
You're like, don't give me 30 seconds. Will he... Has he gone unnoticed? Will he go unnoticed? What's going to happen to Ricky?
The thing is with Ricky, he's just whoever this guy is in the house. He's not representative of his Geordie Shore character, and so the only
he was a calmer Geordie Shore as well, though. I think.
Yeah, well, you know what? The thing is with him, he is boring. He's cute to look at. That's it. Boring.
Do you want to keep going?
Yeah. Sorry. He's cute to look at, but at the end of the day, I just think it's one of those things that we didn't have a showman, so I'm bored already. He hasn't come and given us any grip. I'm bored again. Just give me James. I wanted to talk about James. How
Apparently, it's a common occurrence with him. It never works. Very quick quickly down the panel. Remember, 2 are going to get the boot tomorrow night. Gabrielle, who do you think will leave? Which 2?
Oh, my God, it's a hard one. I want it to be James, but he's going nowhere. So it could be Adele, and it could be... No, unfortunately, but, you know, it's too little too late. And the other person... maybe Dee.
Yeah?
Maybe Dee.
Which 2
I think it'll be Ricky and Lauren.
I think it'll be Ricky Adele.
Okie dokie. We didn't even get to you. I'm so sorry. Remember, it is a double eviction tomorrow night. I feel like you're going to throw tomatoes at my head. Everybody is up for the chop. Here are the details you need to save your fave. It's a double eviction. Audley, Dee, Adele, Gary, George, James, Lauren and Ricky all face the public vote. Who stays, you decide. Celebrity Big Brother Spit on the Side. We have had a jam-packed show this evening, so there's no time for news. But don't forget, there are loads of exclusive clips and content on the website. Ian from Dig is in my seat tonight.
Wow.
We are sharing, because we have got the divas on the sofa.
Hello.
So, yeah, we thought, why not fill our time with you ladies, because you've been so brilliant. And with Ian.
And me.
So, Ian's got, you've got
I got
tweets,
some chocolate,
right?
so for you, there you go.
What you like.
Enjoy.
Thank you.
Don't give us sugar as well as booze.
Thank you. Nothing there.
Well, first things first, can I just say we've got a poll on the website,
Yep.
and it's for a task tomorrow where you guys get to decide the answers to the questions for a quiz for the housemates.
Oh,
yeah.
OK, that's a
So
good
go on the
one
website. Go on the website. It's amazing.
OK, and we have tweets.
We do have tweets.
So,
who's a worthy winner? Who's a worthy finalist? OK?
OK.
Frank says, Gary, Audley and James all deserve to make the final. Audley has been the nicest housemate and the other 2 have carried the show. Do we agree?
Absolutely.
Yes,
Absolutely.
100%.
Yeah?
Audley is gorgeous.
Beautiful.
And I don't think he's quite at Gary's level yet, but I do think he's a really worthy finalist.
You said Audley, Gary and...
James.
And James.
James definitely not a winner. He's vile. Hashtag vile attracts vile. This man goes around saying, how nice, I'm a nice person. I tell you what, I wouldn't want to meet his friends. I'm sorry, friends, but you must be as vile as him. Because how could anybody befriend that? Have you not seen the way he's quite controlling? I would like to be his wife. I want to... Let's take a moment to feel some sorrow for his wife, because I'm sure she's a lovely lady. I do believe the way that he talks up to Lauren in her face, oh, he's really nice to her, and he chats about her behind her back. I love bitchy queens. He's the biggest bitch in that house. Oh, he is, right? I don't like that queen. OK, he's got a bee in his bonnet that somehow lodged up his arse.
Gabrielle, why did you get
Let me show you. He's not nice. He's not nice. He doesn't deserve to win. Yes, entertainment factor, keep him in, but not a winner.
A deserving finalist.
A deserving finalist on that one basis.
OK, let's move on before she starts talking about him again.
OK, so Emily says Lauren deserves to be a finalist because she's being real, and so does Ricky because he's also been incel throughout.
Oh,
Lauren
I think
and
they're
Ricky
lovely.
finalists?
No, I don't think so. I don't. Well, maybe Lauren. I don't think Ricky. I just don't think he's been out there enough. Lovely guy, but not out there enough, not entertaining enough.
No. Jane?
No, well, they probably have been themselves, which is a real problem. Because it's, in their programmes, they're lively, they're sassy, they're doing this, they're doing that, and they just haven't come across in
no scripts in Big Brother.
Scripts.
No, it's absolutely true.
So
no
it's a
puppet
shame.
master behind them. You see,
it's a shame.
Who's next? Who else you got?
OK, so Ellie says, I think George should be there until the finale because he's been the life and soul of the house.
George?
He's very lovely. The thing is, he is extremely lovely, and I loved him from the beginning, and I still love him now. He hasn't got enough balls, but he doesn't need them, because I think he's really lovely, he's really sweet. You know, as a mother, if my daughter brought him home to me, I'd be like, oh...
You'd be happy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know, non-offensive, and his mother...
And he's lovely from somebody who's not really a celebrity other than this one reality show.
Yeah.
He's really held his own and been incredibly entertaining.
And adjusted perfectly.
Yeah.
Go on, Jane, I can see you dying.
No. You see, I love George because he's got a trade, he's an electrician, and I'd ring him up and say...
Is that what he does?
He's an electrician.
I didn't know that. Does he do that on Gogglebox?
Does that,
That's what he does.
Yeah,
I've never seen him do that on Gogglebox. He just sits there.
Look at Jane, she's like, I'd ring him up, get him to come around and fix my telly.
Entertaining, once he'd entertain, then mend your pipes.
Ladies.
Pipes, that's
no. Let's stop. Let's not talk about your pipes. that's all we have time for tonight. Join me
No.
tomorrow at 9 p.m. for a double eviction. Rylan will be back here with Kieran Richardson, Nicola McLean and Louisa. Until then, have a brilliant evening and please give it up again for our wonderful